How you doing, guys? Chad here at the farm. That's my HM136MAX portable sawmill. I've just been working on getting it all assembled, and in today's video we're going to do some fine-tuning to get it all ready as per the manual, and then we're going to get a log up there and make our first cut. It's exciting. Been waiting a long time for this. So let's go! One of the first things I'm going to get out of the way is adjust the throttle on the handle, because I'm a 6'3" dude and I made my stand about 24 inches tall, so I need to raise this up a little bit to make it comfortable. Then I just have to unscrew these little bolts that hold this thing on and raise it up to the level I'm comfortable with. Then tighten that set screw back to make the throttle cable back to where it's tight again. Before you go ahead and tighten up all the bolts, you have to make sure that the cutting head rolls nice and smoothly all across the tracks. You don't want any binding, you don't want any portion that's rubbing. So once you make sure that it's all moving nice and smooth, then you can go ahead and completely tighten up all the bolts. We got these little clip things. So I'm installing this little thing right here, and this is going to get installed right here, and that'll be done. Next up is that we have to level the cutting head. So basically we're measuring from the blade to the top of the bunk, and we have to measure the left side and the right side. And if the sides are equal, then we know that the blade is level. If they're not equal, then we need to adjust the cables. I don't know if I just got lucky, but this side is exactly 5 inches, and that side is 5 inches. So it's exactly perfectly level right out of the package. Good going, Woodland Mills. Just have to go ahead and tighten up those bolts that control the cables. You also have to make sure that that space right there and here has no gap. If it does have a gap, you need to loosen off these bolts and push this bushing. This is a plastic bushing. It's what keeps this straight, and then tighten them up again. But in my case, there is no gap. It's perfect. So I don't need to worry about it. Now the manual says to use this 3-in-1 silicone spray and spray these posts. You also got to grease up the log stops. I just put in some of this 5W30. It's a full synthetic oil. It's 1.7 liters that I had to add into the Honda engine. It's quiet. I'm surprised. I don't even have my muffs on, but I mean, I have them because I know that you got to protect your ears, but it's pretty quiet. You can't go wrong with a Honda engine though, honestly, but probably should let it run for a bit as it's so brand new, you know? I've been saving this log for quite some time, and this is going to be my first log on the mill. I'm ready to go, but I figured out that I don't really know what I'm doing, and this log is not straight. You can see right there, there's like a crink in it. So what it's doing is it's lifting it up, and it can't even fit under the cutting head there. So it's a problem because you know, the log's twisted. It's not perfect for milling, I guess. And I cut this like a long time ago. So really, I should be getting the chainsaw out and cutting it right there, because that part there's straight. I've already turned it on every side and I can't get it right. She is powerful, I must say. That worked out pretty smooth, wouldn't you say? I'm very, very pleased. Now let me just go over some of my first impressions. My stand is working out wonderfully. I thought getting that big, huge log with my forks on the tractor, I thought it was fairly simple. It's a big log. I couldn't do it without the tractor, even though I had to end up cutting the log. But, you know, I'm a first-time sawyer, so I'm trying to figure this stuff out as I go. But it's pretty good, I think, for the first time, that it cut all those boards so smooth. Really, it cut like butter. I'm pretty sure that that log was an oak, because check it out. It's like beautiful wood. I don't know what I'm going to use it for. I just made boards with it. I have a whole bunch of boards here, and I'm probably going to have to make some stickers to get them drying right here, because even though that log was sitting for a while, probably a year at least, it's probably still moist inside. It's got to dry, and if you don't put stickers and strap it down, what'll happen is they'll end up curling and warping, and you don't want to waste beautiful wood like that. Normally, I think you wouldn't use oak for something like those boards, but I mean, I just wanted to use up all those logs that I had stashed over there. So I don't know, our whole forest is full of maples, ironwood, basswood, oaks. We have some pine, we have some tamarack. So I don't know, I have a wide variety. We have a lot of poplar. I'm not building a house to live in, you know, this is all for my fun and animal structures and all sorts of things. So I think that I could make some wicked wide plank live edge boards with this, because it's 36 inch in the gap there. So you could have a big, huge tree and make some very beautiful live edge slabs. Yeah, but I had a lot of fun, actually. I really did. Now, I can mill whenever I choose. I don't really care for this chute very much. Lots of sawdust getting stuck up in there. I'll have to blow that out. But the bucket's not even full, and there's a big mess over here, so right away I can see maybe a solution is not to have that hook there. It's got to be like up like this, so that all the sawdust kind of stays in the bucket. But it is helpful to have this extra chute right there, I think, because this area right here is going to be a big, big sawdust mess if I keep milling, right? I'm going to have to really learn how to use these scales. There's this scale, and then there's an extra scale on this backside here. Honestly, as I become better at the machine, I'm going to learn that stuff. Like I said, I'm a first-time sawyer. Yes, I finally got this beast going. Don't forget, this is the HM136MAX. It's fairly new model from Woodland Mills. And of course, Woodland Mills is built right here in Ontario, Canada. So it's gotta be a great product, eh? If you have any questions, feel free to drop it in the comments. I'll answer whatever I can, but keep in mind, I'm not a pro, but I will get good at it, I promise. And it's got some exciting content to come in the future about the mill and forestry and all my equipment in order to get the mill going and get the logs to the mill and building a huge structure. Check out the angle of my workshop roof there. You see the pitch? This is the high side here, as you can see. So what I intend is to continue this all the way over the mill, that same angle. So basically where I'm bringing the logs in and out with the tractor and stuff like that, it's going to be the high side of the roof line. Of course, I have my firewood section, so that'll all get roofed in up to here. And then I already have a section where I'm going to dry the lumber. And I probably have a good 30 feet or so where I can actually set up 2x6s to dry the lumber. Finished stacking up the lumber to dry there. Those little pieces of wood, I'm told, are called stickers. Don't know why, but you stick them in there to let the air flow through and have minimal staining on your wood. But I'm finished that. And another thing I wanted to mention was that I kind of felt like, today's a windy day, mind you, but I kind of felt like I need to wear some kind of a protection. You know, like I don't know if it has to be like a fancy N95 mask from COVID days, you know, but maybe just like, you know, those bandana type things to stop any of the large debris, because you're working and breathing and it can't be good for you. You never know what kind of molds or fungi are inside the wood. So I don't know. I'll figure that out for next time. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching. Don't forget to click that like button. And I mean, if you are new to the channel, we do all sorts of fun farm stuff here on Hidden Spring Farms channel. Click the subscribe button if you're new. And if you already are subscribed and follow along, I thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And we'll see you on the next episode.